CDD Director's Report.
Well, of course, with the promise ending, our heavy part of our tourist season has wound down. I've had discussions with the promise, and they had a record year this year. The last 3 weekends consecutively, they set new records, so they're really happy. And we're going to meet next week. They want to put together some group packages, which they've always done group sales, but they've asked me to help them put together some group packages that might include room nights, Dinosaur World, the other attractions like Fossil Rim. So we're going to be working on that starting next week. Also, Dinosaur World, I've had meetings with them several times the last month. They're on track. They're trying to put in a water well right now, which that's kind of a tricky process, evidently, for something that large, but they're proceeding. They expect to be open by spring break of March of 2008, so that's going to be good for us. As we can see with Mr. Patel here tonight, there's a lot of interest in Glen Rose as far as hotels. We broke ground on the new La Quinta there by Gator Pond, and those gentlemen have also expressed to me that when they complete that project, that they want to build a new hotel, an additional hotel, and put in a restaurant. It's one of those deals, don't count our chickens before they hatch, because that La Quinta has taken a year from the time it was supposed to start to where we are now. So, but there is a lot of interest. The city's been approached. The Holiday Inn Express franchise is looking. So we'll see how all that goes. We're doing surveys right now that we've been sampling the Promise and Fossil Mania and all the horse shows and cattle shows and whatnot. We're taking surveys where we can do an economic impact study on tourism in Glen Rose and those specific facilities. And the really only 2 complaints that we've had on those surveys is one, hotel rates, which the more hotels we get, you'd think at some point that would kind of work itself out. And the other is the lack of a restaurant that's open late at night, family style, for the people who are showing late to have access to. So hopefully we'll resolve those in the near future. Other than that, I really don't have anything, which I've got some questions. Okay. I appreciate it.
Where would they want to propose to put that second hotel?
On
the same property?
Yeah, on the same property. They want to put in another hotel there, a restaurant, and there's talk of a shopping center too. I mean, that, we're talking about millions of dollars of investment.
I don't know if it pertains to this, but I have a lot of people that's asked me, what's, concerned about the type of hotels we're putting in. Of course, at the top, they're nice hotels, but building the fascia structure to go along with the theme of Glen Rose, instead of every one of them just being a stucco type hotel, I mean, put a theme behind it, a lot of the rock work.
Well, that's, y'all have that control, with zoning and that sort of thing. I mean, you can do that. When you go to a town like Salado, which is, comparable to Glen Rose as far as a tourist destination, when they drive through, they're doing that. I mean, their new buildings, whether it's retail or commercial, whatever they've got, they're rock and they look historic and that sort of thing. So as you're negotiating these things, number one, you can control that with zoning, and the other is I know that, I don't know how y'all feel with tax abatements, but that's another tool that you've got there, to encourage that sort of thing. But unfortunately, all the hotels right now, they're pretty much the same, big box, look the same, and but that's something that y'all do have control over. And it is something that I would really encourage that we try to do, because the quaint small town atmosphere that we've got, and architecture we've got, and that's what makes Glen Rose popular. And if we lose that, then we're just like every other town.
Well, Hampton Inn usually has a set design that look the same everywhere we go.
Yeah, but I think. But
They'll change, but they can change it for
Artie's the expert on the hotel. They can kind of tailor some of that cut stuff, can't they?
A franchise has rules of operation, and like a Holiday Inn Express, there's a good chance they're going to tell you exactly what it's supposed to look like. Now, you can control, like the stucco, that's a big thing in all hotels today. I know I was a Holiday Inn for a while, and they were going to require me to stucco my brick building. And so, I don't know how you work around, Granbury requires so much rock in all their commercial facilities, even the storage building over at Granbury has so much rock on it. And I haven't paid any attention to the hotels if they've got rock on it or not. And if they do, that means that the city does have some, say in what they do with the franchise.
I believe we can do something like install a 60% masonry type of rule on those kind of buildings.
Well, the thing is, if you're gonna do it, you better do it quick, because, there's gonna be more hotel projects, and I visited with, one of the executives who sleep in suites, and I don't necessarily believe it, but he told me that Glen Rose was like South Padre Island, and that we couldn't have too many hotel rooms during the season. He said the problem is during the off-season, how they